I'll press him with a deck tech for 3.3 of Return of the God Pharaoh. This opponent has a ton of life, but if you build correctly, mainly do not use creatures or let creatures stay on the board on Bolus's turn because he can't use his devastating ultimate if that is the case. So we are using Bolus 3 here. You could also use Angrath for this deck, but this is a Scourge Your Peers port. So using that same combo, we have Peer Through Depths, which will use the first ability of Bolus or Angrath to make your opponent get down to below 6 cards. So Peer will cast, take half their life. Scourge will come into play and gain power to be above half their life, and you don't kick it. And then Heroic Reinforcements you can use as a spell that costs 12 or more to give your stuff haste and swing in to win that turn. If you don't have Heroic Reinforcements, you could actually use this build. There's, I believe it's Lorehold, the white-red one. Lorehold Command, you'd have to wait till you get 2 enhanced gems on it, but that can also buff your creatures and give them haste as well. So rest of the deck is just the Pentecost Shell using Unpredictable Cyclone, 4 spells to fetch up copies of Peer and Heroic, and then 2 creatures. So let's go ahead and figure out why it's doing this, because it does this weird thing when you look at deck lists. So let's see, making sure that I have my guys. Yep. And it's still doing that, which is really annoying. But we know we have that deck list saved, so we're going to go ahead and play this against Bolus. But yeah, this Scourge Your Peers deck works really well against boss fights because basically you just need 3 cards, and this will need to cast an extra spell for the secondaries. But it can take out a boss at an arbitrarily large amount of life. Since it takes half their life, then we'll attack them, or the normal version I use sacrifices a creature so you don't even have to attack to deal them the other half. So, all right, let's see. He's got crazy mana gains, so basically everything is good, but green and white are a little better if we can have him have a choice there. Let's see. We can have a white match into a blue match. We can have black matches, red matches. Doesn't matter too much, I don't think. So I'm just going to take the white into the blue for now. Works. He has an Imminent Doom on the board. Imminent Doom is one of his threats. The other threat that they have is, and this is an enchantment, right? So I don't think we can hit it with Shredded Sails, but if you have legacy cards, which you by all means should use, there's a red 5-cost cycling spell that can destroy any support, so that's worth considering in something like this. But I just wanted to show a mostly standard version. Again, I probably should have used the Lorehold one, so it would be completely standard here, but it's I'm impatient, and waiting for enhanced gems, which I don't like much, was not something I wanted to do. So let's see. Great. Well, we got stuff, so we'll hopefully get an Unpredictable Cyclone, so we don't have to charge all these guys, but if we do, that's not the biggest deal. So let's see, find matches, and then eventually, and then when we do it, the sequence we'll do is Peer into the Abyss, Scourge, not kicking it, and then probably 2 Heroic Reinforcements to get our secondary of 3 spells with cost 12 or more. So let's see here. Got some black matches, and we get slightly more for black than blue, so that's probably what we take. Yeah, I can't see anything a ton better, so we'll just do that for now. All right, great. There's an Unpredictable Cyclone, so I think we're going to charge that first. And yeah, so let's see. We got a blue match. Just take this so I don't take forever. And basically the reason we don't run creatures with stuff like this is we want to be able to lock Greg's hand, because I think 7 or 8 of his cards are removal spells, so if we have no creatures on the board, he will never be able to cast his stuff in hand since he doesn't discard or exile stuff from his hands, so it would effectively handlock him. But again, as long as we don't have a creature on the board, he can't use that devastating ultimate of making us exile cards, destroy our creatures, and deal us 40. So, let's see. I don't know. I'm not going to take forever because it actually doesn't really matter that much. I'm just going to make some swaps. So, let's see. All right, we should be able to get this out and then win in fairly short order from here. All right, so let's do some cycling, get enough spells here. Great, so we are pretty close to set here. So effectively, I could even just Scourge myself here, which, yeah, I guess it won't hurt to do that. So I guess the thing you could do is either Scourge yourself, Scourge the opponent, and then cast a Heroic Intervention, or you could just Scourge the opponent, cast 2 Heroic Interventions, and then go. But we'll do it this way. This is kind of fun. This wasn't what I thought we'd do, but we'll do it anyway here. So let's see. Importantly, since the opponent has 6 cards in hand, we have to make him discard. We only have 5 cards in hand, so we're safe here. So I just need to make sure I only need 1 more mana for this. Yes, to get that guy. So we'll just go ahead and take that. Great. So we're going to cast Peer on the opponent. They'll get a bunch of loyalty, which they can't use since they don't use their ability. It takes half their life. We're not going to use Kicker. We're going to go ahead and Peer through the Abyss on ourselves now. That'll take half of our life, but it doesn't matter because we're going to win this turn. And now we get some guys and give all of our stuff haste and get to attack and kill Greg. So we've dealt over 20 damage the turn and cast 3 spells. Went pretty quickly. It goes even quicker when you don't babble like I am trying to talk about how the deck works. But again, if you don't have heroic reinforcements, you can use the Lorehold command, which costs 14 to meet those secondaries. Hopefully this is helpful. If you don't have any of those sorts of cards, you can even do anything like a Nicol Bolas, like an Obnixilisc deck, which just hurts the opponent. I really like Chandra Awakened Inferno because you can just have some expensive burn spells and then a lot of conversion to keep spamming her first loyalty ability, and then it'll kill Greg actually pretty fast. But hopefully, again, this is helpful. Good luck this weekend.